So I'm from New York. And I was gonna talk about some of the differences between New York and California, but like honestly, they're like the same thing. We're both like liberal. We have high taxes, but there is one difference that really stood out to me when I got here, and that's the size of your leaves. Like, listen, in New York, oak leaves are like, the size of my hand, but here they're like this big. So like, what's up with that? Like, what's wrong with you guys? Buy bigger leaves, idiots. Anyway, so I'm from New York. Another important part of my identity is that I'm bi.
Woo!
I don't need your validation. But yeah, wild. 2 bi women in Stucc. Wow. Anyway, so I accidentally came out to my mom in middle school. We were talking late one night, and it was like kind of a serious, emotional conversation. We were talking about like relationships and stuff. And so I was like, hey mom, have you ever like wanted to hold hands with a girl or like give them a little kiss, like as friends? And she was like, no. So I guess I've been doing friendships wrong this whole time. Yeah, so being bi can be hard. Straight people think you're gay people think you're straight. A handful of people love and support you for who you are, but I'm not here to talk about my therapist. I'm here to complain. Yeah, people will think being bi is like a strategic choice, like I'm trying to maximize my dating pool. And like, that's true. I am. But also like consider, if it were a choice, do you think I would choose to be attracted to men? Like, listen, I'll match with a guy on Bumble, right? And I'll be like, hey, what's up? And he'll unmatch me. But I match with a woman, right? And we start talking about our feelings, we talk about our parents, we talk about our deep-rooted emotional trauma, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, girl talk. So anyway, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but I'm from New York. And the thing about being from New York is I have to fly a lot. I have to get from New York to here. So recently I was flying back here after winter break, and I was going through TSA, and I noticed one of the TSA agents was kind of like squinting at me, like he was kind of looking at me funny, and I was like, oh God. He knows I didn't take my fancy soap out of my backpack. So I walk up to the metal detector, and I'm about to go through, and he like motions to me. He's like, hey miss, come here. And I'm like, oh God, my soap. But he kind of squats down, and he like looks me in the eye, and he says to me, you're over 12 years old, right? And I say, no, I'm not. Because listen, being an unaccompanied minor in an airport is like the height of luxury. You get escorted to your gate and they make sure that you get on the plane. And like my biggest fear is missing my flight. I'll get there like 3 hours early, right? And I will not leave my seat until I'm called to board that plane. Not even to go to the bathroom. Because like, listen, what if I go to the bathroom and I sit down on the toilet and I fall asleep? like, what if I go to the bathroom, I finish up with my business, and I'm getting up, and I drop my ticket in the toilet. And on the way to pick it out, I flush the toilet. And, okay, I know what you're gonna say. Jillian, calm down. Just download the e-ticket on your phone. But what if I drop my phone in the toilet and I flush that? And lastly, what if I'm sitting on the toilet and suddenly something grabs me and pulls me down into the toilet and I pass out? And then I wake up, right? And I'm in the sewers and it's all dark, but there's a light. And I walk toward that light. And the sewers, they open up into this cavern, and there's a huge pile of bones. And sitting on top of that pile is a giant rat. He's sitting on a throne, and he has a crown on his head. And the rat looks at me and he says, Jillian, I've chosen you to rule with me as queen of the sewers. Will you join me? And I'm like, yeah, all right. Because that's every New Yorker's greatest dream. So yeah, and that's why I always pee my pants at airports. Thank you.